Welcome back to it. Hopefully now the time to inspire you into action. The Karen Kotkia Foundation has formed what sounds like an amazing partnership with an organization called Heavenly Haven. We've heard that name before, to raise funds and assist the most vulnerable in the Delft community in the Western Cape. Now, in this fundraising initiative and musical production, performing artist Karen, of course, shares the stories of women from the community who have opened their hearts and their homes to children who have been abandoned and abused.
And this morning, Karen, along with child and family therapist and independent social worker Candice Warner, joined us in studio to tell us a bit more about this incredible initiative. Karen, it's always good to have you with us. You're part of the family.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
And welcome to you too, Candice.
Thank you very
first
much
time
for
on
having
the
me.
show. I want to get straight into it because it does sound like G said, an amazing partnership. Take us through it. Why was it so important, and where it all started for you and the Karen Kotkia Foundation, and also the partnership with Heavenly Haven?
I met Heather from Heavenly Haven about 5 years ago. And, you know, with the shows that I do, I would normally make Heavenly Haven the beneficiary of that show because they work with children, and children is very dear to my heart. So at the beginning of lockdown, I did an online show, my first online show. And 3 of my colleagues, Robin Peters, Quinton Manuels and Sammy Weber, actually donated their cut towards the production. And I was so, I felt so blessed, and I said to the Lord, I need to give back because I know there's people out there who's also suffering and who needs that, and who better than to give it to the children of Heavenly Haven. So then initially we could only afford 4 food parcels, but then also a colleague of mine came on board, and eventually we could feed 10 families with the money that was raised. So we went out to the organization and we handed out the food parcels, and it was in that time that Heather came to me and she said to me, Karen, I have something that I need to share with you. I've got this idea. Please let me know when can I chat to you. So I said to her, send me your stuff and I will go through it. And in that proposal, there was one phrase in it that stood out for me, and that was adopt a child. And I said to her, Heather, you know what? The platform that I have, I can use that, you know, to create awareness of what is happening in your organization. And the one thing led to the other. I said to her, listen, I also need to sustain my obviously my lifestyle, and I don't have work, so the only thing that I think that will work is a show, and then we can incorporate obviously the initiative why we're doing it. And that is when I approached Candice. I said to her, I have this idea. I want to reach out to family and to businesses out there who can come on board and help us raise funds to sustain these children's lives. Heather, she's the CEO of Heavenly Haven. What she does is she goes out to these families, and she helps them obviously feed the children and look after their needs and stuff. And I said to her, we can ask people. I believe there is people out there that will come on board and will help us. And that is where it started. We had our first production last month in August. We themed the production Women Empowerment. So we're telling the stories of these ladies, and then also in the same time we are busy with renovations to the headquarters of Heavenly Haven, where the children is currently at. I believe that, you know, food and clothes is, you can give as much as you want to, but that's stuff that runs out. I wanted to create a long-lasting, exactly. So that is why we are where we are now. And Candice is obviously there to assist us and help work with the mothers, see to their physical and psychological needs as well.
Maybe that's a good point to pick up, because I know you obviously are an independent kind of coming into this space, but let's reinforce the work that's being done in Heavenly Haven. Why is that so important? What actually happens within that broader dynamic?
So at Centre for Care and Contact, we believe in the holistic well-being of family. And when we look at that word holistic, it speaks to considering the whole person. And I think that's what Karen ultimately wants to achieve, is looking at that person and understanding the impact of what happens when they engage with the environment, with their community. And so when approached by Karen in respect of this community initiative, with this project in particular, it spoke to a lot of the work that we do at Centre for Care and Contact. And it resonated with us, to the point where I then said to Karen, let's go into exploring the possibility of doing a family strengthening workshop, where we are able to build resilience. We can impart skills and knowledge with parents in order to take it back into their family home setting. No man is an island, and so we know that we need to go back into that context of family, understanding family relationships. So I took parents on a journey of holding to the theme of storytelling and the power of storytelling into their own childhood experiences, what their childhood experiences and upbringing has, how it has impacted on the parents that they are today. Yes. And then what do we do from there? How do you parent? What is your parenting style? Do you understand the importance of attachment and attunement between yourself and that child?
Yes.
And if attachment and attunement possibly has been missing, how do we get that back? How do we gain that lost trust with that child again?
Repair that bond, because so much we know has been lost, but there is an opportunity, a golden opportunity to be able to repair that right now. So Untold Stories sounds like it's going to be a beautiful narrative, as much as obviously beautiful and emotional performances that are being spurred on by that. But of course, we just want to reiterate that it needs your support. It needs the financial backing to actually make it all happen. The Journal, you can get tickets at Quicket. The next episode is going to be broadcast on the 25th of October, so you have ample time to get on board and support. But thank you so much to Karen and Candice for doing this. I can see how deep this is, how this resonates with both of you. So thank you so much for bringing it, and here you find yourself on TV preaching that message, which means that you're getting it right. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. And actually, I want to say that the next show is on the 4th of October, which is the Saturday.
Oh, brilliant. So it's right around the corner. Get on it, go and support.
That is truly inspirational. Such wonderful people going out there to ensure that they change the world and they do their bit to help someone who is in need. And that's why we are also asking you this morning to join us in helping families in need through the Woolies Fill a Bag campaign. For as little as 10 Rand, you can provide one person with 3 meals for a day. Now, each food care package is filled with a balance of protein, fresh fruit, vegetables, and other staples, as well as hygiene products to help curb the spread of COVID-19. Just scan the code on screen right now with SnapScan app or your banking app to donate what you can toward filling a bag. Now remember, every little bit will help in making a big difference.